Congressman Matt Gaetz, member of the House Judiciary Committee. Sir, good evening to you. The news on James Comey
thanks for having me.
is fresh and new, you bet. Thanks for coming back. What do you make of this decision that ultimately comes from the Department of Justice and the AG Bill Barr?
Well, this is the first chapter in the story of Jim Comey's criminal culpability, certainly not the last. Jim Comey's leaks were one area where the Inspector General rightfully referred review for criminal prosecution. Ultimately, the Department of Justice didn't find that they could make out all of the elements. I accept that decision, but I think that the testimony of Robert Mueller highlighted where Comey's greatest culpability could lie, and that is in the origins of this investigation. You heard Mueller, in response to my questions about the Steele dossier, say that that matter was not his purview because it was under review from the Department of Justice. Jim Comey signed those FISA warrants based on that dossier.
So you're
and I
saying
think that will be the area of greatest focus.
So you're making the case that no prosecution on this for now. Is that what I hear?
That's right. If you believe the reporting you've seen, it is the lack of intent to commit a crime that resulted in this declination decision by the Department of Justice. But of course, as we illuminate more facts, we learn more about people's intent and why they do various things. It's our proposition that the Trump-Russia narrative wasn't the crime, it was the cover-up, that the real crime occurred when you had elements of our intelligence community politicizing a secret court with no defense attorney to get the permission to spy on a rival political campaign. And if Jim Comey signed those warrants knowing that there was not complete information included about George Papadopoulos and Carter Page, then that may be the true area where he has to be held to account.
You're saying that's the bigger story. Let me take you back to April of last year. Here is James Comey quickly on ABC defending himself.
I gave that unclassified memo to my friend and asked him to give it to a reporter. That is entirely appropriate.
Well, so many thought that this was not the end of it for him. Do you think this charge was oversold, Congressman?
Well, I never believed that this was the strongest case we could make against Jim Comey, but remember, I think that this behavior of his is certainly not blessed. Again, you had the Obama-appointed Inspector General feel it was so concerning that he referred it for criminal prosecution. Even though that prosecution didn't occur, that doesn't mean this is good conduct, and it's indicative of a broader dynamic that occurred under Jim Comey's leadership, and that is that the FBI believed that their role wasn't to investigate crimes and make decisions. Instead, they were to shape public opinion through the press. That's why you continue to see Andrew McCabe, who was Jim Comey's deputy, face potential criminal penalties as a result of his own leaks and then subsequently lying about those leaks to the Inspector General, which is a crime.
Do you think this reveals anything about what Bill Barr will do in his job from this point forward?
Based on my conversations with Bill Barr and his testimony, I am fully confident he's going to get to the bottom of this. In response to a question by Senator Cornyn, he said that he is not certain that the Steele dossier wasn't part of Russia's misinformation campaign, and if Americans participated in injecting that opposition research, lies from Russians, into our deliberative intelligence process, then there has to be a mechanism to hold that behavior accountable and then to ensure that it never happens again to any president, because this is a vulnerability of our system if we allow our intelligence community to be politicized.
Just one more point on all this. As you get ready to see the president here in Cincinnati, Ohio, take the stage, what do you think about what we've watched the past week with 20 Democrats on stage?
I didn't see a single person that's going to beat Donald Trump. They're not nearly interesting enough, and they don't seem to be bold enough given what the American people want. They want to see a system that is shaken up for their benefit, not the benefit of special interests. And I'm confident the president's going to rally them up pretty good in Ohio tonight. I got to say, Bill, I wish I was there, seeing the energy and electricity from all the great folks in Ohio. I know they'll carry our president to victory in the Midwest.
Okay,
and that'll mean 4 more years of making America great again.
Matt Gaetz, thank you for your time tonight. We'll see how the rally goes down in a moment here. When the news happens, we'll bring it to our viewers. Thank you, sir, for your time.